Dare to play. It's locked. It's locked.
Nancy, you made it. Good.
You couldn't tell me much earlier. What's the story?
You'll find all the information in Nico's desk drawer. The combination is 171943.
Got it. I'll need full access to the lab and a cover.
For the cover, say you're doing due diligence for a new investor. I'll back you up if anyone asks. But full access to the lab? No, it's too dangerous.
If I can't investigate everything, I might have a problem on my hands.
All right. I'll have Ellie set up a demo for you. But that's it. The equipment in this lab is extremely dangerous.
Got it.
Approach the case how you want, but I think I know where you should start. Ryan. The police really thought she might be behind Nico's murder. They just couldn't prove it. She built the machine that killed him, and supposedly she'd threatened him. Start there. I've got to leave the office. If you need me, I'll be on my phone. Good luck. Stay safe. And please, help me do right by Nico. He was a brilliant scientist and a good man.
It looks like it's missing the opening mechanism. I need to find a way to fix this. This must be the drawer where Victor put the case file.
Nancy. I forgot to tell you, we've been having a lot of outages lately.
Funny you mention that. I think you're having one right now.
It's nothing to worry about. We've got backup on the big systems. Most of the time, Gray can get things back online in an hour. Occasionally it takes a while, but rarely does it come close to the critical window.
Critical window?
Some of the equipment can get unruly when the power supply isn't consistent. Don't worry about it, though. Take the time to get settled. Catch up on sleep. All right. Gotta run.
Okay, what's that? Ah, come on. Ow, my toe. Ugh. This was not what I expected when I set the alarm.
You, come with me.
What's going on?
No chit-chat. Come, now. We need to get the system shut down before the grid goes critical. Get all those switches powered off. I'll do the rest.
Could this have been used to keep the power on? I need to keep this together with any other evidence I find.
Nice work. Now get out.
Who are you? What just happened?
If the grid had gone critical, we'd all be dead right now. I'm Gray. I don't care who you are. Don't tell me. Get out.
I need to find the power knob before I can use it. Did that. Still have to do that. It's locked.
Don't know you. Who let you in?
But we've already met. In the lab? Never mind. I'm Nancy. I'm here doing research for a new owner.
Just what this place needs.
You're not a fan of the idea?
Nope.
Why not?
Not a fan of most ideas.
Makes sense.
Was that sarcasm? Don't answer. I don't actually care.
What do you do here?
Job description says security agent. Suppose it's more valid than not.
How long have you worked here?
Don't know.
Can you estimate?
Nah.
You're really not going to tell me how long you've worked here.
So it would seem.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Mason's not very forgiving. Can I help you? What brings you here? School?
Actually, I'm checking the lab out for a new potential owner.
Oh yeah, Nancy, right?
Yes.
Ellie. Victor wanted me to show you the coil. I guess you could say you're lucky. Most people never get to see the inside of the lab. And we're not exactly up to giving tours, considering. Ready?
Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Is this the coil that was responsible for Nico's death?
Yes. It's been rewired since that night. It never should have been set up that way in the first place.
Why was it wired that way? There must have been a reason, right?
Now, I need you to focus on what we are doing. It's very dangerous. What you're in right now is called a Faraday cage.
Well, how does it work?
Basically, it conducts the electricity away from whatever is inside it, keeping you safe. Here we go! Okay, that's it. Back to the office.
Thanks for the demo. Any chance you could let me look around in the lab sometime?
Nope.
Can you tell me what you do at the lab?
In plain terms, I'm a research scientist.
How long have you worked here?
Some days it feels like decades. I don't actually know. 2 years? Maybe a bit less.
Do you share the office?
In a way. Mason's station is over there. He's in during the day.
You said the coil should never have been wired the way it was the night Nico died. Why not?
Wiring the secondary and primary coils together is a good way to get yourself killed. Or someone else.
Are you sure it was Ryan?
Yes.
Why would she do that?
She said Nico insisted.
Does that sound like something Nico would do?
I never understood him. But if he was even a fraction as smart as his work leads me to believe, why would he do something so dangerous?
Is there a way into the lab without a key card?
No. Trust me, I've tried. I'm not great at remembering to bring my card, and Gray does not like letting me in.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Nancy. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Mason's not very forgiving. You don't want to be messing with his stuff.
Sorry, I was just a little curious.
You know, he's not here. Make you a deal. He's been lording his high score at aggregation over me Take him down, and I'll let you poke around.
Actually, I already beat Mason's high score.
You did good, kid. This is me looking the other way. It's a limited time offer.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Hey there, Nancy Drew.
Hi, Deirdre.
Are you in Colorado by any chance?
Yes, how did you know?
Some friend of my dad's called me for a reference for you.
And you gave him a good reference?
Well, I told him the truth.
That was very nice of you.
Was it? By the way, don't make a habit of it. Okay? Bye.
Wait, hang on a sec. I might need some outside help with this case.
Did you forget that I don't like you?
No, but I know you're studying criminology, and maybe someday I could help you out.
Oh, a non-specific promise with the word someday. Sounds too tempting to ignore. Yet, here I go.
It's locked.
I'm so sorry about that. Are we cool?
Yes.
Good. I was really hoping you'd be the type not to freak out about something like that. Not that you shouldn't. It's reasonable to freak out after a near-death experience. Not that that was super near-death, but you know, closer than what you get walking through most stores.
It's okay. I'm fine.
Good. I had a whole argument prepared about labs and the risks of working with machinery and the importance of forgiveness. Do you want me to hit all the bullet points?
That's not necessary.
Are you sure? I practiced. No, I get it. I'm Ryan.
What do you do at the lab?
I'm so sorry, but I have to ask why you're here. Why are you here?
I'm Nancy Drew. I'm here to do due diligence for a potential new owner.
I'm sorry. I'm an adult, and there's nothing funny about what you just said. Whoa, wait. Back to the information. We're getting a new owner?
Maybe, but first I need to ask some intrusive questions.
Oh.
I know you've gotten enough of this, I really do, but it's my job.
I've done worse things for my job.
Like what?
I build tools. They're not always used in a good way.
What do you mean by that?
I couldn't tell you about it if I wanted to. Confidentiality.
Who do you think killed Nico?
A little part of me thinks it's Gray.
Why?
I'm a little scared of him.
Any reason in particular?
Oh, you know. His voice and general demeanor and his face and pretty much everything else about him. Those two had a strange relationship. They fought constantly, not sure why.
The part that was responsible for Nico's death is missing. Do you know where it went?
No.
Are you sure? You sound like you're not telling me something.
I destroyed it. It's gone.
Why destroy it?
Because I made it! You know what? I need you to leave me alone right now. Go, please. What do you want?
Goodbye.
Later.
This could help getting into the lab.
What are you doing? If it looks like I'm busy, that means I'm busy.
What are you working on?
It's immensely complicated. Get a postgrad in advanced math and electrical engineering, then I'll explain it to you.
Put it in layman's terms.
Fine. There's this shiny magic that lives in the power lines, and it's dangerous and sly like a fox. And I'm using math to trick it into leaving the power lines, without accidentally making everyone die.
That sounds like you're working on the wireless transmission of electricity to me.
If you want to put too fine a point on it, go ahead, stranger. Which brings me to my next point.
Who am I?
Please let the answer be something that justifies me kicking you out of my workspace.
I'm here on behalf of a new potential owner.
Wrong.
No, that's correct.
No, I mean wrong answer for me. Not the answer I wanted to hear.
Do you know why Ryan would want to hurt Nico?
The police already asked the same thing.
Well, what did you tell them?
I said if I were to have killed Nico, it'd be because he stole my work.
Whoa, hold on.
It's just a for instance.
Is it?
Yes, that's because I think logically. I force myself to think from A to B to C, and so on. Ryan is all over the place. For her, it's A to zucchini, to that thing from TV, to maybe C, then on to some non sequitur. I don't trust anyone I can't explain.
Who do you see on an average day?
Just me. Sometimes Ryan. You ask a lot of questions. Ever thought of being a scientist?
Sometimes.
Good answer. The world needs more people with questions, and fewer people who are sure they have the answers.
Did you see? I beat your high score.
Yes, if fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight. Sun Tzu compels me to take you down. Prepare yourself, opponent.
Did you work directly with Nico?
No one worked with Nico. We barely spoke to each other. That's the way he liked it. He practically lived in the lab. If he wanted to look at my work, he'd just root around in my hard drive.
So he'd come in here when you were gone?
No, he'd use the network.
He'd just snoop in your files? That seems kind of annoying.
Not kind of. Entirely. It's unethical, and it allowed him to steal.
What do you remember about the day Nico died?
More than I'd care to.
I imagine. Did anything stick out?
Yes, the police. It was weird. One of us killed Nico, and here they were, talking about a basketball game, like it was any other day.
You said one of us. Why? Why not say someone?
It's just an expression.
It's not an expression I'm aware of.
Don't be contrarian. It doesn't suit you.
Do you like Ryan?
Let me save you some time. I don't like anyone.
That can't be true.
Observe, and I'll demonstrate. Other people.
You mentioned Nico stealing your work. Can you prove that?
No.
You must be pretty upset about that.
Say what you really want to say.
Did the police know your feelings about Nico?
What a peculiar question.
Do you have a peculiar answer?
I do in fact have a peculiar answer. I actually told the police the truth. A more interesting question is, how is Ryan still a free woman?
Why shouldn't she be?
In this case, the smoking gun is a miswired Tesla coil that she built.
Did you dislike Nico?
Very much so.
Would you go as far as to say you hated Nico?
I would go that far, and further. That guy was a jerk.
That seems a little disrespectful, considering...
Does it? Am I supposed to pretend he's great now that he's dead? Lots of jerks have died, and he's one of them. He's a dead, brilliant, jerk madman. The world would be much better off if he'd lived to share more of his intellect. But I selfishly am glad I'll never have to deal with him again.
It seems strange to me that you could be so blasé about a murder.
I deal with things on my own time. But if you are desperate to watch someone cry, Ellie's always available.
You look a little upset.
Someone moved my things. Someone will pay.
What do you think of Ellie?
She hates me so much that she switched to the night shift. Come to think of it, she hates me so much I should actually feel a sense of accomplishment, which I now do. There it is.
What did you do that she dislikes you so much?
Why do you assume it was me?
I took an educated guess.
I did too. Still couldn't figure it out. But the fact remains, we are not besties, as she likes to say. We are worsties.
What's so special about Tesla?
If you have to ask that, you haven't done your research.
I mean, to you, what brought you here?
The work. I turned down Los Alamos in a tenure-track position to be here. Most people don't know this, but the majority of Tesla's work was confiscated by the FBI.
Why?
Could be he was designing weapons. Could be he had a breakthrough that threatened the energy magnates. Don't know. It's all been hidden. What matters is, there's a little bit still here. I always suspected Nico had some squirreled away, and I'd be able to find it. But either he didn't, or I couldn't.
You said you were searching for Nico's work. Did you ever look in Nico's personal things?
Of course I looked.
Can you tell me a little bit about Gray?
He always gives me an industrial-sized portion of the creeps. The only person who ever liked Gray was Nico, and I think he just liked keeping Gray around to scare everyone away from his work.
Did he try to scare you away from Nico's work?
No, he tried to scare me away from my own work.
What does that mean?
He was Nico's heavy. I figured he'd leave once the police gave the all clear. Trust me, if he's still here, he's up to something. Your boss would be smart to get rid of him.
What was Nico working on before he died?
There wasn't a name for it yet, officially. It was basically wireless energy transfer. That was helpful for you. So how about you tell me something about your boss?
I'm sorry, I can't. Confidential. What are you doing?
I want you to tell me what you know, but I can't tell if you're a pushover or not.
Not.
Ah, efficiency. One of the rare graces of a post-manner society.
I'll let you go.
See you later. What are you doing?
What's up?
I better get going.
Bye.
Haven't done that.
Hi.
I'll let you go.
Later.
Yes.
I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
Hey there, champ. How's my favorite buddy?
What do you want, Deirdre?
What do I want? This is about what you want, Nancy Drew.
Is that so?
It could not be more so. I come bearing apologies. I want to help you, Nancy Drew. I want to be your girl on the inside of the exciting world of criminology.
Why the sudden change of heart?
Because apparently it still counts as plagiarism if you pay someone to write your paper. I mean, is capitalism dead? Because that's what it seems like.
And you want to help me because...
I made a bargain with my prof. If I can help an actual murder investigation, I'll get credit. So I help you, you help me collect data for my paper, and balance is restored to the universe.
How exactly can you help me?
I've got permission to use our criminal database. In fact, I already read up on the case.
That could come in handy. All right, it's a deal.
Great. Call when you need help, and I'll do what I can. Just don't call me when I'm busy.
Will do. What do you know about surveillance video?
That you watch it?
Have you heard of cases where the video has been faked?
Oh yeah, all the time.
How can you tell if the video's been edited in some way?
It's getting harder and harder to tell. But the number one thing you need to do is to make sure that you've got the original video feed. If you don't, analyzing the data file isn't going to do you much good.
Is there a way to know if I have the original?
Yeah, that's the detective part. Not in my wheelhouse.
I need you to check on 911 calls the night of the murder.
Consider it done. I'll text you the results.
It's locked. It's locked. I need a card to get in the lab. I guess this one doesn't work. Can't leave the card behind. I need to get all of the numbers shown clockwise on the wheel using their binary code. These must be the key cards used to access the lab. I should figure out which number belongs to whom. That number is from the night of the murder. It doesn't appear anywhere else in the logs. Just Nico. Can't leave the card behind. Can't leave the card behind.
Hi.
How bad are relations between you and Mason?
I wouldn't say they're bad.
You might be the only one who wouldn't.
They're not great.
I get the impression that you two hate each other.
My Gram raised me to look for the good in everyone, even those who do me harm. Most times I find that glimmer of good, even in the meanest people. But Mason flashes that smug smile of his, and every rage center of my brain releases all of its hate Mason chemicals. Wish that weren't the truth? but it is.
I also get the impression Mason doesn't like you very much.
Now that is fortunate. If I had to deal with him puppy-dogging all around all the time, I'd never get anything done.
Who else was here the night Nico died?
Gray. I think that's it.
Did you know Nico well?
No, but it wasn't for lack of trying.
So you weren't friends?
I don't know if he had friends.
He wasn't well liked?
No, it's not like that. I just don't think he needed people. Or if he did, then he hid it well. He was too much of a scientist.
You said Nico was too much of a scientist. What did you mean by that?
I'm organized in the way I think, but Okay, take Mason for example. He lives his life the way I work.
How so?
In all of the ways. When he makes a sandwich, he alphabetizes the ingredients. He's not human. Not that it's hard to explain. Like if a computer had legs and a sweater, it'd be Mason. What it comes down to is, I'm 20%. Mason, maybe 60. Nico was 100% a scientist.
Why do you and Mason work opposite schedules?
I'm a night Ellie.
Any other reason?
And as a good Southern girl, I know if you don't have anything good to say, you keep it zipped, like this.
Did Nico have a hard time with people?
Not a hard time, not exactly. It was like he was plugged into a different current than the rest of us. People were to be studied and observed, but that was all he wanted. At least I hope that's how it was.
Was Nico close to anyone in the office? Did he talk to anyone?
Don't think so, really.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
Whoa, Ryan should never have been released. Better follow up on this. Can't check that off yet.
What do you want?
What do you think of Ellie?
What'd you say all these questions were for again?
I'm gathering information for a potential new owner.
Your questions say different. Say you're lying.
I'm just very thorough.
Then leave me alone. Thoroughly alone. Again? What?
Who was here the night of the murder?
I was.
Who else?
Ellie and...
And who?
Computers say someone, but the cameras say no one else. Nico walks in that door alone. Every time I watch the tape.
How many times have you watched the footage?
Don't know. Lots.
Why?
It's my job.
What do you think of Ryan?
Hate her.
Why?
You're smart. Carry the sums. You'll get it.
You mentioned rewatching the video. Do you think something is hidden there?
Not hidden. Missing.
What's missing?
It's not a what. It's a who.
I don't understand. Who are you looking for?
Nico's killer.
Did Nico's work put him in any danger?
Yes. Energy is power. Ultimate power.
Why would that put him in danger?
People who want power will not hesitate to get what they want.
What do you think of Mason?
Don't like him.
Why not?
I've got my reasons.
What are they?
Secret. No, actually, I hate him because he's up to something.
What?
I have no idea. Not for lack of trying.
Why were you so concerned about what Mason was up to?
He was messing with tech he didn't understand. I had to make sure he didn't do anything stupid.
The log says that one additional person entered the lab the night Nico died.
I know. The question is, how do you know?
Police report. What I don't understand is why the police didn't follow up on it.
They did. Said it was a glitch.
Do you believe that?
What's it matter what I believe? It only matters what they believe.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
She's bypassing the security system. Interesting. Can't leave the card behind.
Get out of there!
Can't leave the card behind. That's done. Haven't done that. That doesn't sound good. Ellie might want to know about this.
Hello.
Is the hall just outside the lab supposed to hum?
Nope.
These could be useful.
Nancy, hi.
Mason says Nico was stealing from him. Is this true?
No, because the work isn't Mason's to begin with. It's a little troubling that he views it that way.
Can you tell me a little bit about Ellie?
She's got that small-town girl act down pat. I guess I just can't tell who she really is.
How did you hear about me?
Through a close friend. You've impressed a lot of people, Nancy.
You seem pretty sure Ryan's the one who killed Nico.
That's because she did. She made the part that malfunctioned and killed Nico. And confidentially, the police told me they're almost certain it's her. They just don't have enough evidence to get a conviction. This is your case, but don't let Ryan's buddy act fool you. She's not who she seems.
What do you think of Mason?
Smart kid. Don't know much about him.
Why did you hire me and not a big investigation firm?
The crew has been questioned a lot, as you can imagine. Everyone's defenses are up. You can pull off the undercover work without drawing too much suspicion. I know it's a long shot, but I've heard good things. And I already tried the by-the-book way, and that got me nowhere.
Can you tell me anything about Gray?
I don't know much about him. He was one of Nico's hires.
Nico brought Gray on?
Yes, I have no idea why. He's a head case. Watch yourself around him. Understand?
Do you think Gray could have killed Nico?
I don't know if he did, but I don't doubt he could have. Between you and me, if I didn't want him here to be investigated, I would have fired him immediately. Do not tell him that. I don't know how he might react. It could be really ugly.
Can you tell me a little bit about Nico?
He was an amazing scientist, years ahead of his time.
How long have you worked together?
Decades.
Did you spend any time together outside of work?
I don't know if there was much outside of work for Nico. So no.
Goodbye.
Talk to you later.
It's locked.
Get out of there!
Can't leave the card behind.
What's up?
You read up on the case, right? I don't understand why Ryan was under so much scrutiny but never sent to trial.
From what I gathered, something didn't add up with the video and the timeline. Someone had to be in the lab with Nico. Otherwise, he'd still be here today.
So if her alibi stands up, it couldn't be her.
Exactly. Unless there's something big I'm missing.
Something's weird about this whole thing.
Well, don't keep me in suspense. Figure this out.
I asked her about the night of the murder. She was pretty much mute. I'm undercover here. I can't push too hard. Can you see what you can find on your end?
I'll see what I can find. All I've got is the database. Don't expect any miracles.
Who's there? Hello? Who's that? What's happening? Are you okay?
I'll never be okay again.
What is that thing?
An abomination of technology. It's some creepy robotic cat that someone, I suspect Mason, is tormenting me by leaving all of its awful parts everywhere.
I've seen one of those before. If I find all of the pieces, I bet I could put it together.
As long as you promise to throw it into a fiery volcano once it's completed. That thing is the undisputed mayor of Nightmare Town.
Victor mentioned you were arrested the night Nico died.
Yes, I was.
What happened?
It's not a night I like remembering.
I understand. No need to go into it.
Thanks. It was a bad night. Worst I ever had. They dropped me in a room and asked me 100 times if I killed Nico.
That must have been hard.
The questions kept coming faster and faster until I had a hard time remembering what was even true anymore. Then it was over. The older one drove me home, told me they'd be back the second they could prove it was me. Made it hard to sleep at night.
What evidence did they have?
They wouldn't say. It was like they were waiting for me to tell them why they thought I was guilty.
I'm kind of wondering the same thing myself. I don't think you're telling me the full story.
What do you want?
Something. Do you have anything that can prove that you didn't kill him on purpose?
No. Yes?
What happened on the night of the murder?
Can you not say it like that, please?
I'm sorry. I don't know if there is a better way to ask about something like this, but I do really need to know.
I know, you're right. He talked to me. More than once.
I'm not sure I understand.
He didn't talk to most people. I think he liked me. Or at least trusted me.
You still haven't told me about what happened that night.
We lost one of science's brightest minds for a stupid reason I don't understand. That's all I can say.
Can you tell me about what happened with the equipment you built for Nico?
It worked exactly as it was supposed to.
Tesla coils are not supposed to be wired like the one you built for Nico. It's extremely dangerous.
You don't have to tell me that. I know. I knew. He told me that's what he wanted.
I don't understand why he would want you to build something so deadly.
I didn't either. He said he was going to do it with or without me. I just figured that if I did what he wanted perfectly, it'd be better than if he got help from somebody else.
In the end, your machine is what killed him.
No. Yes, but
But what?
I would never hurt anyone, especially not Nico.
Why? What made him special?
Because he was brilliant. He could look at a blueprint and know the finished product's personality. And he had no one in the world looking after him.
You snuck in without logging in the day before the murder. Why?
I lost my key. It happens.
Isn't this place extremely well secured?
The labs are. Building. I have my tricks. And no, I'm not sharing.
I better get going.
Later.
Hey,
Have you been tormenting Ryan with a robot cat?
I'd never do something that hilarious and definitely deserved. Never. Not ever.
Don't you think you should maybe stop? She seems to hate it.
No, I will not stop. I asked her nicely to build it for me. I even offered to pay her for her time. She's the one who hid it, so I don't even feel a little bad.
Who was here the night of the murder?
Not me, so, no follow-ups.
Where were you?
Out on a date?
Did the police follow up with her?
Yes, proving that she does, in fact, pick up her phone on occasion.
So I take it the date didn't go well?
I have so little patience for the dating scene. I prefer to get right to the important compatibility questions. Kids, when, how many, gender preference, favorite foods and vacation spots. Some women find this to be a bit much.
Some?
So far all, but I only need one perfect or near-perfect match to validate the entire system.
Ryan said that Nico would talk to her. Does that seem true to you?
No, the two of them hanging out? Can't picture it.
You look a little upset.
Ah.
I'll let you go.
Goodbye.